This piece is called Human Thought in Shades of Blackness. I ran into Black Thought today, and I don't mean the rapper from the Roots. I ran headfirst into Black Thought today as I sojourned with my truth. Black Thought I thought to myself was anything I thought, but go figure, they telling me I'm so wrong. Even white brothers were telling me about color, dead wrong, as if individuals don't make up the cultures to which they belong. So when this white other human being came up to me singing the same song, saying he was more black than me cause he knew of Jay-Z and loved chicken, guns, and thongs, I had to put his species in check cause this don't make sense and it's been going on for too damn long. I ran into Black Thought today. He was on the TV singing the same old shit, trying to get rich or die trying, while I was just trying to live my life enriched. So although I started out on a blueprint, I had reasonable doubts when I heard the first flip. See, I see you jocking Jay-Z, jocking Jay-Z. It's crazy how cultures shift. From pharaohs, the eye on the sparrow. It takes a village to raise a child, and yet now bums of all types sit around a barrel. I ran into Black Thought today. He was proud, drunk in a wheelchair on a subway station, pissing on himself. Caught between the platform and the train, falling out of his chair with both feet missing, not begging for anyone's help. Some laughed at him. Hey. The doors can't close and I'm trying to get to this show. My cousin says, be careful, don't touch him. As I venture forth, the stench alone blazes my nose. There's this white male about 40 to maybe 45 years old with his wife. They trying to push his chair in, then give up and just take their seat. I reach over, I stare into Black Thought's face. The scent of urine is so strong I can't fathom how he ain't passing out. I wonder what Black Thought's got him here. Then my ego kicks in. Species, forgive me for my sin, because this is not what I'm about. But it really wasn't my ego at all. I tried to lift him from his underarms and put him in his seat, but back to the floor he falls. Bing! Please stand clear of the platform. My universe is really ugly right now. 5 years of my life I gave to the government to fight for freedom, and this is what I see. Freedom's torch, the light has died down. Fuck it, the fight goes on, ain't no time for breaks. I pull up behind him just to see everyone's face. They seem to say, please don't pick him up. If anything, let's just leave him alone, he will go away. I muster up my courage, breathing deep and close my nostrils. I hope this doesn't get on my clothes. My thoughts start turning hostile. Who the fuck let this nigga on his train anyway? He fidgeting and I can't get him in his chair. And to top it all off, all these ungrateful motherfucking civilians looking away like the problem ain't theirs. I'm trying to get to this show, but instead I'm receiving hateful stares, glares that if equipped with superpowers would burn through my skull for being someone who cares. You see, I ran into Black Thought today. They were arguing over where Black Thought should lead us. Some had signs outside the clinic screaming baby killers. Some were yelling back, it's just a fetus. Some carried Bibles screaming, call on Jesus, while future teenage human beings were screaming, leave us, leave us, leave us alone. As if to speak to the collective for not accepting the responsibilities of their broken homes, I ran into Black Thought today. He was writing this poem, hoping to make sense of Black thoughts, hoping to understand why blacks were burdened with despair, celebrating the victory of success that isn't theirs, praising to a God who never answered their prayer. And then when my thoughts went black, I got angry at the facts. I can't believe where my peoples is at, governed by laws that aren't their own, forced to live in this European mind frame, trying to get by as best as they could so they get stoned to feel high, since they are so ashamed that their legacy is of slaves and conquered lands, poor misguided savages. That's all part of the plan from the conquerors and their supposed great I am. And then I heard it. It was the drum beat. It was the drumbeat of my ancestors, the primordial essence that sparked in my heart a warrior cry. To war on all levels, to war on all levels. Fight them in spirit, fight them in knowledge, fight them in strength, fight them in love, surpass them in it all. Remember your blackness. Black is death. Black is the terrified unknown where we boldly go without hesitation. Black is undefined, black is relentless. And after all these motivational black thoughts, I drew up a blank. My heart sang a different tune. And for once I understood who I truly was. I no longer saw my color, my thoughts were only human. You see, I ran into human thought today. It said, break down these false identifications that group us together while separating us at our core. It said, love unconditionally as if everything were made pure. And then I became unsure. What of the thieves, the murderers, the sinners, the damned, all the stuff I had been taught of as evil? And then the human thought said to me, look, it's a human experience. It's just people being misguided people. Some are good, some are bad, some are weak, some are strong. So I accepted it and moved on. Feeling strong in my mentality, try to lead humans all along. And that was when I realized I was at the end of race. Staring not into black thought, but into a human's face that was begging all that was good in us to pick up the pace. Then everywhere I turned, faces erased. And I was saddened by the human estate. To be able to be so great together and yet in each other could not redesign our fate. Hoping for the pity of an immortal instead of finding our own escape from death. What do we need to do to save and make last this breath? That is a human thought and a human experience. I beseech thee, humanity. Let's find out. Peace. Shots fired.